If I told you that 1.14 million lives were intentionally ended in just 1 year in the United States, would you think that was a problem?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Well, there was. According to the Society of Family Planning, in 2024, there was 1.14 million abortions in just the United States alone. From a Christian standpoint, abortions are wrong. From a moral standpoint, abortions are wrong. And society needs to do their part so they can help women feel as if they don't have to get abortions. So first, I'm going to go into the Christian perspective on abortions, and then the moral perspective on abortions, whether you are religious or not, and then what we as a society can do to help lower this number, because this number is way too large. Before we can go into how to solve this problem, we have to talk about why this is a problem. So who is it affecting? It is affecting the babies, because obviously babies don't have a voice, they cannot stick up for themselves. Abortions are killing them and there's nothing that they can do about it. And since they don't have a voice, we have to be the voice for them and stick up for them. It is also negatively affecting mothers. According to Charlotte Lozer Institute, having an abortion causes a 23% increase in mental health issues. What is abortions doing? It is fully ending a life, and whether you are Christian, religious, or not, I do believe, and I hope to believe, that most people think that murdering is wrong and we shouldn't be able to do that. But if you are Christian, in Psalms 127:3, it says, "Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him." This problem of abortions and the culture around it is convincing people and women that pregnancy is a curse rather than the blessing from the Lord that it is. Now that we know who is affecting, we are going to talk about how it is a problem and why the problem is still here. How it is a problem. Abortions are fully normalized in society, and it is desensitized us into thinking that they are normal. And we are told that it is expression of freedom and using your rights, but we do not have the right to decide if a baby lives or dies. Why this problem is still persisting. One of the main reasons is financial reasons. According to Nicholas, mothers who don't have enough money for themselves or don't feel as they have enough money to raise a child because they are very expensive is a main cause of abortions. Another reason is the father. If they don't have a good relationship with the father, or maybe they don't even know the father, they don't feel as if they're going to have the support from him that they need to raise a child. Also, shame plays a big role. Women don't want to and have the fear of the judgment they might get from those around them who may think they shouldn't be pregnant at this time, or it's not the right circumstances, or something isn't the right way it should be done. But we can just talk about these problems, but what we really need is action and how we can do our part to solve these problems. So what needs to be done? We need to address the financial needs of women who are expecting babies and supplying them with everything they need, because it is very expensive, and in this economy not a lot of people have the resources they can to support a child. We also need to expand the knowledge of adoptions, because if you are in a situation where you cannot have that child or raise that child in the best way for them possible, at the very least you can give them to somebody who does want a child and can raise them the proper way. And what we can do to help is, one way is donating to institutions that help supply mothers with everything they need, such as Mothers Helpers, and here's a list of what they are currently looking for: convertible car seats, strollers, pack and plays, bouncy seats, diaper bags, wipes, along with all of the common things such as diapers, baby bottles, formula, food, everything you need to raise a child. Another thing that we can do is show support to those around you. If anyone around you is thinking about getting abortion or feel as if they have to, show them that you are there for them, you are there for the baby, and that you will be there to help them through that journey. And we should also be we should not approach women in an attacking manner about this subject, rather in a loving and respectful way, as to not cause more friction. Now that you know ways that you can help, I hope that you do take action. Because first we talked about the Christian and then the moral perspective at hand and what we can do to help end and lower these numbers, because unborn babies are babies that are made in the image of God, and we do not get to decide if they live or die. So don't let that number of 1.14 million just be a number in your head. I really want you to grasp that number and internalize that number and realize that we as a society should be doing better. Thank you.